Yeah, I've been running around here. It is beautiful outside. And then I realized, oh yeah, I have YouTube live tonight at 5:30, which it is now. Oh, all right. You guys, also, I found a new drink. So if you are looking for something that is zero sugar, Body Armor Fruit Punch. It has zero sugar, it has electrolytes, natural flavors, and sweeteners, no artificial dyes, and some vitamins in it. And it is real good. But anyhow, okay, let's get started. My name is Elizabeth Giles, and I am coming to you live from the Stampin' Unicorns Craft Room here in Marshfield, Wisconsin. Typically on Tuesdays, I do a YouTube live. But last night, yesterday, I had a lot of business, family business to handle. And I was just not feeling it. So instead of doing a YouTube live last night, I postponed it to tonight and I took a bath and then went to bed. It was really early. For those of you who know me, I am typically a night owl, but not last night. So anywho, so when you hop on here, make sure to comment, and that will get you entered in to win one of the cards that I am doing today. We give away all of the cards because why not? I typically have my own here. I'm just gonna pull up my excuse me, my live, so that if somebody does pop in and comment, like I said, this is an unusual time, I can go ahead and see that. And then I'm also going to share it over on my Facebook page because, you know, that's where a lot of my stuff goes. It gets shared there. So all of the good things. Yeah. So coming up here with Stampin' Up, let's just chat about that a minute. We have a excuse me. Currently, March had some online exclusives that were promoted, right? So every other month we have online exclusives that come out. And what that basically means is they're not going to be in a publication. They're just online, so you can find them there. Hello, Nanette. Now, coming out in May would typically be our annual catalog, but Stampin' Up! Is transitioning, just like other companies have, to just having one catalog at a time. So what does that mean for you? That means that the next catalog that is coming out is May through August. Now, that doesn't mean that everything in here is going to go away, right? It just means that, hey, these are the things that we are going to promote in print. And then in, excuse me, in September, another catalog will come out. And obviously that's going to be focused on all of those holidays that come out in October, November, and December. Then our next catalog will be January. So the catalogs are still coming out at the same time. It's just that they will be able to focus on what's happening and what's relevant at those time frames. So some of the things will be featured in one catalog and then just move to our online marketplace. They'll still be available. So you don't have to feel like everything that you buy is going to be gone, or, you know, that kind of stuff, right? Hello, Tina. So just check it out. I am very happy about it. I don't know when the last time was that I opened an annual catalog, because I'm always wanting the new and fresh stuff and working with that. So I am super stoked about not having to have an annual catalog and then supplemental catalogs. Yeah, so that's great. So as you can see, I got the a new catalog at convention that I was in California with a few amazing ladies. And hello, Tina. I don't know if I said hello. Hello, Tina and Nanette. And I have my pre-order, so I didn't fast ship anything. So as a convention, or on stage as they call it, attendee, I was able to order from a few select lists, and I got that box and I didn't open it yet. So we're gonna open that tonight. And then I have one card to show you that uses an awesome embossing, dual embossing folder. What is it? Hybrid embossing folder. So much fun. And then yesterday I ordered I ordered my regular pre-order from the online exclusives. And let me just tell you one of the things that I'm really excited for. It is called Silly Old Bear Suite, and it includes Sweet Old Friends, stamps and dies, and sweet words and labels, and it is off of Winnie the Pooh. So I cannot wait for that, and that should come next week. So maybe I'll show you then. But anywho, we're gonna do that. But before we get that far, right, we have to do our kindness. Our kindness scratch off. And I do have to say, I was a little under the weather last week, so I didn't finish. I didn't do either of these, so I have a challenge for myself this week to do these. So last week we scratched off the visit your favorite fast food restaurant and pay for a meal behind you. So I didn't do that, but I'm gonna. And then we also scratched off, we picked numbers 47 and 48 consecutively, which is kind of funny. Take a moment to write reviews. So, and speaking of that, if you haven't wrote a review for me, I would love it if you would. So there's a couple different places you can do that. There's my website. You can write a review, elizabethgiles.stampinup.net. And I think there's a place on Facebook, and now I'm blanking, but nonetheless. So we're going to go ahead and do that first. And then we will open the box, and then we will make the card. So, and pardon me, I just have this weird little, I've been trying not to take medication because I really don't like taking medication, but, just some stuff, and I think the spring is helping with this stuff. Hello, Joanne, long time no see. And yes, I appreciate you guys listening as well, because it's always a good time. At least I hope it is. But let's go ahead and flip the camera down, and then we will do all the things. Okay. You're gonna see my messy desk. Oh, and one of the cats just scooted through there. They're running back and forth. But they're not there now. I opened the window. If you saw my post on my personal Facebook page, I opened the window, and then Zena was doing the chuffing, right, towards whatever. I don't even know. I couldn't see it. And then later on, Kodiak was up there with her too. They're so cute. So cute. Okay, so let's do this first. So this year, we are doing, it's called the Kindness Bucket List, and there's 52 cards in here. So every single week, or if I miss a week, then we do 2. We pick a number and we scratch it off, and then we hopefully do that together. So number 36. And there's lots of different things in here. Also, if you like something like this, they do have these for every single state as well. So I have a Wisconsin one, and unfortunately, we haven't done anything yet. So that is going to be on my list of things to do too. Now, I feel like I have 2 of them here, but it's not coming apart. All right, this one's called Chalk It Up. excuse me again. It's free. It's during the daytime. You have to plan ahead. It's active, so I'm not sure. It says write an inspiring quote or create a beautiful chalk art piece on a sidewalk in your neighborhood. It's a creative and uplifting way to share positivity, brightening the day of those passing by. Add a touch of artistry to your community. Your message or your artwork might just leave a lasting impression and inspire someone's day. I love this. Okay. So it's starting to get nice again in Wisconsin. So I might be able to do this. I'm just trying to think where I would do it. But write an inspiring quote or create a beautiful chalk art piece on a sidewalk in your neighborhood. So definitely think I could do this. I don't know if I have sidewalk chalk, but if I can't do it this week, I will definitely put it on the list of things, and we're not going to let it go by. I just have to figure that out. Like, it's supposed to be pretty nice, but I don't know if I will have time to do it. But nonetheless, I hope you guys take that challenge, or even if you don't go outside and create art piece, maybe just leaving like one of those painted rocks, or you leave a note for somebody on a windshield or something like that. Like, there's other ways that you can interpret this that will work in your lifestyle. Okay. I kind of got things piled up here. There's the online exclusives front. There's the new catalog front. So both of those things are going to start in May. Sorry if I'm a little loud. It's not bad until I start talking. But anyhow, so in May, you will be able to order these products unless you are a demonstrator or you want to sign up to become a demonstrator. And let me tell you, it's super easy to sign up. You get a discount, right? All of my team are just discount shoppers. They just want a deal on their products. Okay? So it's not even like they have to do what I'm doing. You literally just buy what you want and you get the deal. Okay, look at that. So the pre-order, I couldn't order a whole ton of stuff, but you'll be able to see what I did order. Oh, yeah. Okay. So these are two different sets. Okay. Here we go. This was, I ordered a French version of our product of the month, and I didn't realize it. Oh, I don't even know how that happened. Honestly, I think it might have been a fluke or something. But so I will give this away if somebody knows somebody who speaks French or would use it. Okay, so let me know. So product of the month, right? You pay $5 and you get to choose. This is what it should have been. Is this? All right. So, so let me know if you know somebody that would absolutely use this product. And it's theirs. It's what it is. But if you haven't gotten this fabulous Sayings, I think it's sold out now. So I might have one extra. We'll have to see. And the reason why I have one extra is because I have an account where I order stuff for people under. Otherwise, it is limited to one per account. Okay. I think these are what goes together. So I absolutely love this. It's called Frames and Dies, or Frames and Frames. Oh my gosh. And then these are the Frames and Phrases and Frames Dies. I cannot talk tonight. But look at it. It's so beautiful. Like, I love it when it has cursive and type together. And then let's just take this out of here. Boop. So this stamp set is exactly the size. Well, almost exactly. So it's a little bigger, but you can see now, like, how to line your stamps up when they go back on there. All right, so that was a big issue. I mean, I know some of these stamp sets, like, what if I ended up putting this one this way? Then the rest of them wouldn't fit. So now they're trying to put them so that it coordinates with the front. I think we need some hearts on that one. But nonetheless, and then the sizing, I mean, it will still vary. And some of the reasons for the sizing, especially in our printed catalogs, is because of the people, the fraudsters. So if we don't have it like full size in our printed or in our publications, then it's harder for fraudsters to copy that. Now this pairs with these dies, and there's something special about these dies. They are coming out with these impressions dies, and basically what it will do is it will die cut. So when you feel this, you'll feel a ridge, right? And then this other piece is going to emboss. So there's a new mat, which I also got. And so then it's just great. So I think like maybe next week or the week after, I will show how to use these. Since the public can't get them until May, I don't want to like have it all over the place and then you guys are frustrated that you can't get them. But just so you know, there's something new coming out. Yes. Okay. And then I also got the Bordered in Beauty. I actually got the whole suite. And this suite is exactly what I love for scrapbooking. The samples that they have in, see now this one doesn't match. Yeah, so I'll have to do my other things. But the samples that they have in the catalog also shows some really cool cards. And these dies, they are so neat. Look at how big they are. So you can make little file folders and all sorts of different things. This border with the butterflies. Oh, that's going to be so stinking cute. And then it goes along with, and you can't really see these, I don't think. So these are called Floral Flight Accents. They're black die cuts, essentially. But these are stinking cute. And then the embellishment. So I bought the whole suite, which meant I got an embellishment with that, and then I could order 2 more. But I absolutely just love these colors. These are called Array of Dots. And of course, the paper. We will slice this open just so you guys can get excited. Beautiful Ordinary Life. I love all the colors. I love all the sayings. I love everything with this. So you can just see here. So one side is colored, the other side is black and white. So the mixing and matching of these patterns are going to be so amazing. Yes, hexagons. All right. So that is product that is upcoming in May. You will see that in the May through August catalog. If you need one of these catalogs, I did order some to my house. I am not mailing them. Honestly, it's just getting too expensive. If you need one mailed, I will do it. However, like there may be a cost associated with it. It's just it's an expensive thing for me to do as a business, and I don't really recoup a lot of those expenses. So, okay, now on to our project tonight. So our project tonight is featuring an embossing folder here. And it's a hybrid embossing folder. Where did my package go? I literally just had it. This is the same stamp set that we used last week. And Paradise Garden, I believe. Yep, here we go. Okay. I knew it was here. All right, Paradise Garden. And then this is the hybrid embossing folder. So when you order the bundle, you get the stamp set. Oh, I just love how smooth these cases are. And then you also get the dies. And in the dies, you can see you get all of these dies. And then there's a whole second page, which is the die that coordinates with this embossing folder. All right. So you get 2 whole things of dies and then one big, beautiful stamp set. All right. Now for this card, I did also use this banner die right there. However, I cut those out for the participants. This was a card at my stamp camp. So when they got their envelope, and typically I do all of the embossing and stuff too, except I wanted them to see how to use this. So this was the packet they received. We have our envelope. We have our middle piece. And then this is the piece we're going to die cut out of. I already die cut their banner and then their background. So like literally, this would be a very easy card to replicate. You have one color. And then we did use 2 colors of ink, black and then mossy meadow. And one bundle. You could make this with any color you want. So let's go ahead and get started, and we're gonna do the die cutting first. So this piece is 4 1/4 by 5 1/4. So it's just 1 or 5 1/2. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it's 1/4 a sheet of paper. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our embossing folder, and then this sits on the side where the bumps, excuse me, where the bumps are depressed. And literally you're just going to find where it locks into place, which is right about here. All right. Now you're going to place your sheet of paper over the top and close it. Now you run it through just like a regular embossing folder. A regular thick embossing folder. So we need our 1 and our 4, okay? And we're going to run it straight through. Now they do typically say when you run a thick embossing folder through to put the crease, so the fold of the embossing folder, towards the middle of your machine. Honestly, it's whatever way I grab it. Okay, so this is what we have. We'll peel that up. And check that out. See how it embossed and it die cut all the way through? Beautiful. Okay. Now we're going to utilize all of this. And the rest of this card is going to go super fast. Let me tell you. So we have our card front, or our card, which we're going to make into a card. So this is just a standard card, right? We have it cut at 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. Brian, can you shut my door? And then fold it in half at 4 1/4. Our inside piece is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And that is just going to go on the inside. And we're going to stamp just some leaves. So the leaves is part of the stamp set. We're just going to add some leaves in Mossy Meadow. And we have an inside saying you are appreciated. So I think I'm going to do that here. Now I really liked using Mossy Meadow on this card because it is just like perfect to be able to give to anyone. Ooh, I don't like how that looked. Let's try that again. must have something on there. Well, it is what it is. All right. We'll just kind of come in there. And then the Mossy Meadow like works for any kind of card. Any kind of card. So if you don't want to make it a thank you card, you could make it whatever card you want. We're going to use green glue tonight because with that embossed image, it's going to be easier to use that. And now that Brian shut my door because he was making so much noise out there, now I hear the cats hitting the door. Okay. So our next thing is going to be, and I know it's kind of a little opposite of what you would normally do, but we're going to go ahead and like glue this down. Now, if you wanted to do it the other way, you totally can. You can rough it up and do that stuff first, but I just found that getting it onto my card base was an easier way of getting it all dolled up. We're going to add some color to it, right? So one thing to notate, like some of these pieces are cut, so I'm not gluing where they might stick up. I am gluing on the pieces that I know will not be coming up. And you don't need a whole ton of glue, right? It's not like we're going to send this card into battle. We are just going to put it on to our card front. And we're just going to, like this little piece, I don't really need that. We'll just take that off. Okay, flip it over, give it a good rub, spot treatment. Ooh. Now we're going to like give it some more tone to it. And I think I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. With the sun shining on here, it's making kind of everything else a little faded. There we go. Okay, so sponge daubers are in here. We're going to take those. I have a Mossy Meadow one and then a black. And we're going to add a little color, right? We need a scrap piece of paper. And we're going to just add literally some color wherever we want. And the nice thing about having this on the cardstock now is that it is sturdy. If we left it, it's going to be a lot more, I don't know, problematic to like break up. We don't like it when people break up. So we don't want this to break up either. And literally just swirling a little bit. I am not pushing down. I am just swirling. And now you can see how that really picks up that color, right? Okay, now just for a dramatic effect, we're going to add just a smidge of black. Now, when you're doing this, you do not want to use like Stays On. I feel has a tinge of purple to it. So I always like the Memento. And we are not going to add very much black at all, but just on a couple of these leaves. Maybe in the corners. Like just giving it a little bit more of a tone. There we go. Okay, now lastly, almost lastly, we have two things left. We have to stamp our banner. Uh-oh. Did I lose our banner? Marco. Polo. Well, I had all the pieces like right here. I don't know. Oh, there it is. Ah, just as I was going to give up and grab the other one. Now this thank you is also in there. We are going to give this a good stamp. Okay. Boop. Now you will see on this piece that I die cut, there's a slight little lip that goes around that banner just to give it a little bit of an extra touch, right? Who doesn't love that extra? Gosh darn kitties. Now, with these pieces that are coming up, you will be able to tuck this in somewhere. And maybe I put it the opposite way, but we're going to just figure out where we want to tuck this. Here we go. This one comes up too. So you're just going to pull those pieces up in that one. And once you figure out all the pieces that you want up, now we're going to take it and add dimensionals to it. Because you all know I can't do a project without dimensionals. And we're just going to do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we are. Then you're going to just tuck it back in there. Yep. Get up there. So again, you could make this with any saying you want. This would also be a very cute, like, baby announcement or something like that. You could do all the different colors. And then lastly, we're going to add these adhesive back textured dots. And oh, I still lent my Take My Pick tool to Trenton. So we're just going to add them by my fingertips. And I am doing 5 on here because, you know, there's a lot of texture. These little guys aren't standing out that much. There we go. All right. So this is our card. Try and get the full sun. And the inside. And there's barely any work that you need to do to it, right? So it's all about this amazing hybrid embossing folder. So you can see everyone looks a little different. So Paradise Garden. And if you get the bundle, it comes with the embossing folder. It comes with all the dies and all of the stamps that you need. And if you missed the card from last week, we used the stamp set on one of those cards as well. It was this one here. So you can see how versatile that is. Yeah. All right. Well, that is all I have for you guys tonight. Reminder, I have 3 upcoming events. So this coming Sunday, I have the wine event, or the kit and sip, or sippin' and stampin' event at the Empty Nest Winery at 1 o'clock. And then April 1st, no fooling, is our next stamp camp. We'll be doing 5 projects featuring the outgoing ink colors. And then the last event is in April, and it is one of my 2-day retreats. The Over the Rainbow event. So definitely check those things out. I think I have 1 spot open for that event. So check it out and see if you want to come to any of those things. So again, I hope you have a wonderful night, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.